there have been, Gorham will say there have already been several attempts at His Highness's life. Even if we were to help these darkspawn and try to establish some sort of relationship with them, it would all be a wash if His Highness dies the next day and is replaced by a much worse monarch.
Forgive me, sire, for this suggestion, but do they need no? These darkspawn have indicated that they simply wish to be left alone, not attacked on sight. By all means, sire, if they make a stand against us, I will stand with you, and we will fight. But honestly, I'll drink the banana potion myself if that happens.
You've never tried it. Wouldn't you
I may
test?
have a peanut allergy as well. Who knows?
My lord, I think he's volunteering to be your next food taster.
Sure, I'll do that.
The banana ones specifically. Those specifically. I can definitely bite the bullets for the other items. But the banana ones.
What I'm saying is that I don't think it'll happen. But if it did, I would stand with you. But right now, as you said, not giving people a chance is worse. These people have not been given a chance.
Well, how do you think Kal-Sharok will view this? Paragon Azaharg is not too interested in seeing things with a more broad perspective. And we need Kal-Sharok. Orzammar is, well, there's so few of us left that I can't do it all myself. I mean, I try, but there's only so much one dwarven man can do.
No, find me a wife, I'll help.
Well, you could take Wanda?
I always liked Portia.
I like Portia too.
Which is your least favorite?
Oh, that.
That's awful.
Cedric suddenly feels uncomfortable.
Solitaire disapproves.
Oh, that's trickier than dealing with talking darkspawn.
If he says that now, if he says that now, it will get back to them, and he will be killed by somebody.
Wise, yes. As well as some- But what if Kal-Sharok? These are their lands. This is their most direct problem. In Orzammar, we may care little to leave them alone and never speak of them, but we want allies here.
Yeah, I understand. But you will have dealt with the darkspawn problem, because if the mother is destroyed, there will be no more evil talking darkspawn. And if the talking darkspawn that have assured us they are not evil are moved to a taig that is not near Kal-Sharok, then there will be no threat either.
Precisely.
So when these
From
darkspawn
her faction.
killed the mother, they die out. It's just this one village. Can't make any more. Is that your understanding?
That is my understanding. That a brood mother creates darkspawn. Without her, you cannot. I do not know what darkspawn in particular she creates. I've not seen anything claiming to be her offspring. I only know of the darkspawn that have chosen to join her.
But what I'm asking is, you've tasked it upon yourselves to go and deal with this brood mother, and if she's the one behind the attacks on Kal-Sharok and me and my men, then we're certainly interested in dealing with her as well.
The how of it doesn't matter if their hearts are true. Do you love your children? Because they love theirs. And both lives should be considered.
Yeah, love is not the prerequisite to get away with whatever it is you want in life.
No, but it is enough to perhaps give one pause before rampantly slaughtering everyone. As I'm sure you
Oh.
know, sire.
I have a dollar, by the way. Kind of just. It just news. Apparently, I have a dollar. Who knew?
Mm.
And I wouldn't. I certainly wouldn't want people to slaughter my daughter before they knew her.
Well, here's what I'm willing to do. I'm not, I'm an open-minded king, but there's a lot to consider here than just talking darkspawn, playing with their children as being the reason that they should just be left be.
I'm sure there are questions on both sides, sire. I would not ask you to turn a blind eye. Just pause to ask your questions.
So if you hadn't run into us, you would be headed to this broodmother now to deal with her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that something, was there an urgency to that? Because me and my boys would be happy to lend a hand in that direction. If there is no haste needed, and I'm willing to meet with this one of the talking ones.
I think they would appreciate that, sire.
Yes, thank you.
Neutral ground would be preferable, Gorham said. It certainly would make my job easier.
But I ask, what should we go after first? Is the time critical? Is the broodmother going to find out about your intentions and fortify our defenses, or what do we need to do first?
I wouldn't know what the mother's resources are, but I imagine that she wouldn't anticipate the architect sending people such as us to come and slay her.
Yeah.
Would it not also show a positive? Would it not shine a positive light if we said that Your Highness and his men helped us take down the mother? For when we go to the neutral ground, they will have more trust that you are willing to talk.
That is a valid point, Cedric.
Indeed.
Oh, though to be fair, Cedric, I'm not particularly needing or feeling the need that I need to convince them that I am trustworthy. I'm more concerned about they are the anomaly.
I understand your point, but with the run-in of the dwarves from Kal-Sharok, I'm pretty sure that they are very uneasy around dwarves that they do not know. So I feel as though, as this sign that you are willing to take out their enemy, they have less of a reason to do harm against you.
It's battle first then. That's fine by me. And this takes care of our situation with Kal-Sharok. If we take care of this broodmother, I need the assurances of these other Architectian darkspawn that Kal-Sharok will be utterly unaware of their existence. Then I can in full conscience say, we have dealt with your problem. I can tell Ozimar, we have dealt with the problem, and I can consider this a great success. Is that something they'd be willing, do you think, to agree to?
I believe so.
Yes.
And it is very gracious of you.
Let's kill a broodmother then.
Yeah.
I have the perfect tonic.
Kine, when the meeting disperses, Gorham will then will when it's just you and Gorham left, he will say to you privately, "My lord, if I may speak frankly."
Why do you ask me? I mean, it's really, you know, yes. Just skip this part. Just say it.
My apologies. Sir, I don't think that I necessarily need to reiterate to you how uneased I am about this whole thing. Putting you against the leader of the Darkspawn when we originally were only going to do reconnaissance at first. I have to keep a very close eye at you, and this definitely puts you in an extremely compromising position.
Well, I've been in compromising positions before. This seems to be the most direct and straightforward way to deal with this. I don't want to go back to Ozma empty-handed. And if this deals with the problem with Kal-Sharok and gives the boys a chance to, honor their fallen brothers, going back is not an option, I don't think. At least not for me. I'm curious, aren't you? I mean, this is strange. Talking darkspawn.
It's it's interesting, but at the same time, I can't help but feel troubled. You have to understand.
No, I'm troubled too.
It's a very bitter pill to swallow, almost as much as bananas.
That's bananas. Damn those bananas. Well, I'm not asking you to swallow it. Just kind of banty it around in your mouth a little bit, and if we need to, we'll spit it straight out. If these are some sort of trick or trap, I've got the nose for those things, and well, gotta die at some point, huh? We're not done yet.
Very well.
This is the right step.
At the end of the day, your wish is my command. I just felt that I wasn't doing my job properly if I didn't at least voice my concerns. Just know, though, that if things get ugly, I will make attempts to extract you out of that situation. I ask to make it easy on me and not fight back as much as you have before when doing so.
This reflects it. I mean, you spend so many years in the service of, well, you know who, and you just kind of have this second nature about you. Listen, if you're just a little bit gentler, I mean, you could like tickle my ear or something, and I know it'd be a little more like it's you, it's not someone else.
To be fair, my nose hasn't returned back to its original shape since the last time.
Yeah, you and Portia do you do good work. You look out for me. I appreciate it. And I know all seven. Well, I guess six. Sansa's well, she's still a bit put off when I didn't enjoy her latest performance. It was like Cats. It really wasn't it. I mean, I'm not the only one who thought that was a bit too interpretive.
I try not to share my opinions about your wives. I try to stay away from that as much as possible, you understand, sire.
Yeah, me too. I mean, yes,
no
of course.
offense to you, but they tend to be even scarier than you.
Yeah,
Especially Sansa.
Yeah, she's Well, your fans fan of Wanda. She does good work. I got to admit. All right, and they'll be sad if I don't get back to them and continue my dwarven duties.
Not while I breathe, sire. Not while I breathe.
Let's both keep breathing a good while longer. And I got to see what that bear does. They have a bear. I know, right?
My job never gets any easier, does it?
It's a bear.
He smutters.
No, it's a bear.
I'm aware it's a bear, sir. Very well. Go handle the bear if you wish. I will be right behind you.
Oh, good.
He kind of sighs. Like, oh, why did I sign up for this? Kind of thing. Okay. So, the group will then make their way to the lair of the Broodmother. As I said, it actually takes a couple days. Traveling around the Deep Roads is massive, so going from one place to another is not always a very quick walk in the park. With the help of Razakil, you will be able to avoid most of the darkspawn along the path. The few that you do run into, it's trivial. You guys can definitely make quick work of them.
Yeah, he'll bring Theoden aside, and you made the poison from darkspawn spit, is that it?
Yeah. Nothing in this world should go to waste, including spittle.
I'm curious how you collected it.
Well, it's the deep roads. There's many darkspawn around. Some of them spit.
Did they spit at you, and then you kept it, and did you scrape it out of their dead mouths, or?
It was just around. Darkspawn. No, they were spitting, hissing, as they do.
Roll a bluff, please,
Oh.
Theoben.
Oh, honey.
Oh no.
And if Kine would like to roll a communication roll. Also bluff, or not bluff, it would be, what is it called, deception. It's bluff deception. I want to see if your deception is better than her deception so that Kine would recognize the deception.
I can already tell you I'm screwed.
Oh, look at that beautiful roll. Yeah.
Look at that beautiful roll.
I'm sorry.
Right, fine.
So, Kine, you feel that Theoben's not telling you completely the truth, but not necessarily out of spite. It's most likely not out of spite. It's most likely out of something else that's a little bit more innocent than that, FYI.
Did you kiss a darkspawn?
I'm not proud of it. Okay. No, you know what? I can't even go with that. No, I don't kiss darkspawn. That's yeesh.
Good. I've been thinking you've come to mind every now and again. It's not common knowledge, so I suggest you keep it between us. But well, in my younger years, I may have dabbled a little bit in similar trade as yourself. Certain chemicals and combinations therewith. Okay. Yes. So, if there's one point. Tell me this: are you satisfied with your current means of delivering this poison into your foes? You cut a knife, an arrow. How exactly do you do it? And are you satisfied with that?
I apply it to my arrows and I shoot my enemies with it. And yes, I mean it wasn't something that I necessarily did because I wanted to enter combat. I was just a merchant. I wasn't a warrior. It wasn't my place. But so I guess it started with just making the stuff and selling it, and it's come in very useful on our adventures.
Of course, there's no doubt. A good poison can really change the course of a very dire situation. I was in a position myself. Daggers were my preference, and well, I just felt so limited. One dagger per one foe was so short-sighted of me. So I dabbled in a few other things, talked to some people here, and we had various discussions, and we developed and he pulls out what looks like a circular thing that you know probably to be a grenade. We developed this sort of thing, and I'm sure you've seen it before, alchemist's fire, simple things, you throw it goes boom, those kind of things. Well, in my desire to expand the application of my poisons to more than just one single thing at a time, I was able to combine the two. As such, when it goes boom, it also goes splatter. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, you improved and became more efficient.
Yeah, yes, that's true. Well, how would it be interesting to you? And we got a couple of days, you said, before we get there, and I could show you a couple of tricks to take those, and I won't ask where you got it anymore, those particular poisons of yours, and I could teach you how to package them in such a way that you can expand your target audience, as it were.
Area of effect, poison.
Oh dear.
Area of effect, poison.
Interesting. I
Yes.
think I would very much like to learn that.
Good. I thought you might. And it's long overdue that, given all you helped with the uprising and the resistance and whatnot, this is a favor long overdue. And, you know, Gorham doesn't let me play around with it quite so much anymore. Says too much, too dangerous, but please. Put poison and a dagger in my sleep, which has happened a few times, thankfully, not to my wife's dissatisfaction.
Huh. Do you put them in different flasks to alcohol? Because I always seem to forget.
Very simple strategy that I learned is left is left alone. Right is right for the situation. So you put the poisons on the left and you put the
Yeah. Well, I did tell him not to touch the ones on the left.
left alone. It's very good tactic to take.
Yeah. A good strategy. I agree. But you don't use grenades anymore.
Well, I'm not supposed to, but he produces 3 of them from somewhere. I keep a few on hand. It's hard to go.
The deep roads are containing waves of darkspawn. I think we can throw caution to the wind on that one.
I think you're right. And yeah, don't tell Gorham, but they also brought a few of these. He shows some flesh rot poison, crow poison, hail's dust, a few other things.
Whew.
You know, I already loved you kind, but this is awesome.
That's our king.
I thought you'd appreciate it, Devin. So, it's fairly simple, but also incredibly complex. So it's important that you pay attention over the next few days. But by the end, I think you'll be quite satisfied, as I was when I first figured out the mass marketing of my products.
One thing I should ask, of course, is for upcoming battles. My allies tend to be up front. Do these have a habit of, well, hitting one's allies as well?
Yes and no. It does take a bit of clever positioning, good strong arm, to put them where you know it's going to hit them, but not your friends. There's some that I've worked on in this whole ruling Orzammar has gotten in the way of it. But to work on that's if you tint your allies with just the right amount of a certain combination of different formulas, and the bomb will not splash harmlessly over them. That's unfortunately left to the side. But well, maybe you can take up my work and carry on where I wasn't able to.
Could you share with me these formulas?
I'd be happy to. Just you keep a lookout for Gorham, and we'll get down to it.
Will do, sir. Thank you.
This will be fun.
So, over the course of the next 2 days, Kine will be able to provide Theoben with knowledge to make area of effect poisons. In order to do this, Theoben, you need to have two of the same doses of a type of poison in order to combine them, you need to prepare this ahead of time. I wouldn't let you do this in the middle of battle. So you just take 2 of them and you just make, you can say that those are now area of effect poison, so that when they hit a target, it will then also affect all adjacent squares.
Just
That's
adjacent then. It doesn't
Yes.
spread further than that. Okay.
Yes, 8 adjacent squares. Maybe later on, if you get a little more experience, you might be able to spread the radius further, but for now, we'll just say it's the target and all of the adjacent squares. And it is friendly fire, so if it hits your friends, it hits your friends. Just as an FYI.
Want that.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Andrew.
Happy to encourage mass destruction.
All right.
Yeah.
Healthy reaction.
So,
Yeah.
speaking of mass destruction, just so that the viewers know, I did give Halasair stats for Vellum the Blade. It is a great cleave weapon in D&D terms. So not only does it give a +2 bonus to attack and damage, if the blade kills a creature, you may move half your speed and hit another creature at +1 attack and +1 damage. If it kills that creature, you can move half your speed to attack a creature that you haven't attacked yet this turn at an additional +1 attack, +1 damage, and so on as you keep falling creatures down. So it's a pretty fun cleaving weapon. Bellum was not playing around with that thing,
No.
much to Lealden's chagrin. So, Razakil is able to take you guys to a obscure side entrance directly towards the lair of the mother. Like I said, it wasn't completely smooth. You've had to fight a few darkspawn here and there, but we're just going to say that you guys had no issue with that, especially with the relatively large party that you guys have with you, including the Legion of the Dead, who have again been killing darkspawn as part of their job for the longest time. You did, however, during your travels, cross over an overpass where you did see several hordes of the Broodmother's darkspawn people. Definitely looks like it outnumbers the forces of the Architect, so he definitely wasn't lying when he said that they were at a disadvantage just from a numbers game point of view. When you guys arrive at this particular platform that you are on now, I will allow everybody to make a spot check just so I can see how far from this vantage point you can see. So between all of you, that's how much of the map I can reveal. Now, from where you are standing, there is about a 20-foot drop from that platform down to here, for example. Okay? You do not currently see the brood mother. What you do see are these egg sacs that are pulsing. If you guys have played Dragon Age Awakening, you know that these are the larva version of the children, and I'm talking about the broodmother's children. You probably have run into these before in the past. Razakil probably will tell you what they are. If you are able to destroy said sacs before they hatch, that would probably be beneficial. For Halasair, because she got a very high roll plus a stunt, even though you can't see the broodmother, you can hear scuttering in the distance somewhere in this location. It sounds like a slither scuttle kind of thing, which may or may not be attributed to tentacles.
Lovely.
Somewhere over here, but you cannot see that far.
All right. Will she have the opportunity to quietly point that in that direction to her
Yes.
allies?
You are, before combat even starts. This is a situation where I'm giving you opportunities to strategize. So please, I encourage you to ask as many questions as you'd like about what you see, what the surrounding environment is like, before you actually start your attack. I'm giving you that opportunity right now. Obviously, if you do anything to bring attention to yourselves, then the strategizing is over, and you'll have to make do with what you have or have not talked about. I should also point out for Kenna that you see a creature over here that you recognize to be a Herlock emissary. And Kenna, you know, you've fought Herlock emissaries before. They're nasty because they are actually magic casting darkspawn. Okay? And he is actually looks to be going around this nest, if you will, checking up on all of the egg sacs. That's what he's doing right now. He doesn't seem to have noticed you.
What are
You guys,
these things here? Are these
those are giant pits into who knows where they lead. If you want to check, you're welcome to check.
Just take a look there. No.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
it's too dark to see how far it goes and where it goes.
Is this like a ramp that goes down?
It is.
Okay.
It is a ramp that goes down.
And so the sacks, do they look like upon hitting something will burst out?
You believe that just hitting the sacks isn't going to make it hatch, but irritating the sacks without outright destroying it in one hit will probably coerce it to hatch sooner.
So in other words, you need something powerful enough to one-shot it, otherwise something will come out.
Right, because at that point it's going to get defensive. If it realizes it's attacking it, then regardless of where it is in the development process, if it's sentient enough to defend itself, it will defend itself, even if it means prematurely hatching.
And is this another pit?
Yes, that is another pit.
And this area?
That is just a platform. That's not a pit. That's just a mountain structure.
And that's another pit.
King Kine. No, I'll just save that. I'll leave that to whatever questions you guys ask about the environment. Go right ahead. Or you can talk amongst yourselves to strategize how you want to take care of this situation.
I had another question about the egg sacs. Will they automatically burst if someone gets too near? Or, I mean, do we even have to destroy them?
Do you want that's something you could ask Razikael if you want to ask her in character.
Okay. Okay.
What are these spidery things?
Those are the children. They are basically what hatches out of. They're what hatches out of the.
I was
That's
zooming
what it
in.
looks like. What hatches out of the egg sacs. That is what the children are called.
Oh.
Just no.
So there appears to be a few of them. Like this one is actually crawling on the wall of the hole. This is also crawling on the wall of the chasm. They can climb like spiders. They're creepy. They're basically giant roach darkspawn. They're not pleasant looking at all.
Only a mother could love those things.
Only a mother could love those things. Yes.
Oh no. Oh no.
What are these little dudes?
Those are the Legion of the Dead.
Okay,
there's
those
5
are our
of them.
dudes. Okay.
The one that's over here, the one that's over here, by the way, is Mathias, the guy who was injured. He's probably not really all that fit to fight, but he's still following you guys around anyway because he has to. You didn't deposit him off anywhere, so. He has significantly less hit points than the other dwarves.
Oh. Poor
You said
guy.
it was.
You have 2 of them with crossbows and one with a battle axe and another one with a sword and shield. Gorham is a sword and axe warrior as well.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry, shield and axe warrior.
Is there anything we can discern about the nature of the children, i.e., what type of attacks they might do?
The children themselves, they do have bite attacks as their primary basic attack. They have a viscous liquid surrounding them, so if they come in contact with you, it's probably not a good thing. Other than that, you're not sure.
Might collect some of that when this is over.
Surprising no one.
Surprising no one. Get some of that amniotic fluid.
Yeah.
Yum.
Black swan amniotic fluid. What a lovely thought.
When you care enough to send the very best.
For her.
Okay. Oh, ew. Okay.
Gorham kind of mutters to Kine, my lord, what have we stepped into this time?
Please, it's not so bad. I mean, there's just, 24 darkspawn eggs and a bunch of spider ghouly ones. We've dealt with worse.
Speaking of eggs, Razakale, will those eggs explode if we get close? Will they hatch?
They look very close to hatching, yes. If they feel like there is a threat in the area, yes, they will hatch. I can guarantee that once we start attacking the broodmother, they will probably try to protect her.
So the eggs should be taken care of.
Yeah, so what do they consider a threat?
Andrea, could you apply any area of effect spells that may be able to eliminate a group at once?
Yes. But I'm looking. It might be helpful if I get some help from Hallie.
I'll do anything I can.
We can maybe make the fire a little bit bigger.
How many can you get? She says. As soon as you cast a spell, I'm sure they will all consider it a threat and will attack.
Let me look.
I also, of course, advise caution.
Mm-hmm.
I've not yet had too many opportunities to sit with you, Andrea.
I know. That's 4-yard circle. 50 up to 50 yards away. I can do.
Well, we should also be aware that there's an emissary in the room. He's got magic.
Yeah, magic.
Right now he's on the far side, but
Oh no, I'm sorry. I could also enhance our weapons before we enter combat.
All right.
I could add fire damage to them.
These things look like they hate fire. Let's do it.
I think everything hates fire. It's not me though. Not me though, and Allie. it always burns though.
Yes. Yes, it does.
I could do that. No.
Is there a way, Razakale will ask, is there a way for us to look further in to see exactly what is happening with the brood mother? Maybe someone who could sneak.
Can
I can. I know she's over there, and she'll point, but I can't see her.
But you can hear her?
Yeah.
Theo, you think you could, sense her with the stone sense? I don't know if we're supposed to be.
It's not like tin can and a piece of string, right? I don't just talk to the stone and have a conversation. I can try.
Oh, he's a lair.
I wouldn't mind taking a look if we need be.
Kenna can also turn invisible.
I could also.
That's
I
very
mean,
important.
it's possible I could turn into the wind and just go.
That's
Look,
very clever.
come back.
Cedric.
Cedric, yeah, I just have to help.
Theo's
While
just
Hannah's
gonna-
telling her. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, go
Sorry.
ahead.
Theo's just gonna whisper to Kine, I'll tell you about that later.
Yes.
Turning into the wind, Gorham says, looking at you puzzled.
It's an Avarian trick. Very cool. While they're talking, can I go just off to the side and make my berries for
Oh
everybody?
yes, I'm sure that's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna use 7 charges.
Use 7 charges to make your
Yes.
berries.
Yes.
And what do these berries taste like? Just out of curiosity.
Blackberry and cherry.
Blackberry and cherry. Sounds
I was gonna
good
do
to me.
banana, but I was like, no.
Blackberry peanut. I mean banana peanut. Banana peanut butter. Okay.
And then I'll hand 2 to Hallie, 2 to Cedric, 1
Thanks.
to Theo, 1 to Andrea, and then I'll hand 1 to His Majesty.
And they heal how much again, Kenna?
1d6 per berry.
It heals 1d6 per berry, so.
And it is a free action to do it, to take
And
it.
you can consume more than 1 if you have more than 1 all at once, if you'd like.
Nice. These smell amazing. Not like lemons.
No, not like lemon.
Could have used banana, but sure.
You said not to.
Oh, goodness.
Well, bit of strategy. You could have my boys deal with the eggs on the backside. We rush to that bridge there. They'll hold back stuff that might flank us, and we can just concentrate on dealing with that big nasty one there, and the ones that already hatch. I think they could hold off against a few eggs for a while.
Okay.
Split the battlefield, focus our efforts getting to that brood mother.
It sounds like a sound strategy. I'm still in favor also of Andrea attempting to hit them with her magic, just because I feel like with a strong enough fireball, she could probably eliminate quite a few of them.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, with Hallie too, I don't know what'll happen, but I assume it'll be stronger. So,
One can hope.
if the spell doesn't pop.
An option, if it will help you, is you may borrow. If you need to use my bracer, you may.
I guess I could.
Because that would kind of give you the extra fire.
But of course, it's less powerful when it's not being wielded by the person it belongs to.
Correct.
True too. Well, the offer in character still stands. It's just up to her to say yea or nay.
I'm not one for darkspawn fighting or anything, but did you say one of them has magic?
Yeah.
There's one for sure.
Go get him.
That's not.
That's not cool with Cedric.
I mean, it's worrisome to me.
Emissaries are very powerful. We need to be careful.
And of course, when we start hitting these eggs, we will alert it.
Emissaries smart, even when they are not awakened.
Yes. I'm fine with King Kind's strategy, but the magic wielding darkspawn worries me. I don't know if that's just because of my background or not, but
No, it's scary. It's just
You should be worried.
Do we have any means to dispel its magic?
I can do some work on it. I'd more or less just rather kill it though.
That was kind of what I meant.
Yeah.
Do we want to do any stealthing to find the broodmother still, or are we just gonna go straight in?
I think it would be a good idea to know where she was.
Or what she's doing.
I do feel that the best option would be to take her out as quickly as possible.
Yes.
I know that my liege is offering to do some reconnaissance himself. Obviously, I would prefer somebody else did if they think they would be just as successful, if not more.
I think Invisible Kenna is probably our best bet.
Oh, Wind Kenna. Oh, Kenna.
So, Theo, you don't want to use your thing and try and sense it that way?
I think it'd be better. Oh,
My
sorry.
bracer, me and my bracer don't seem to have a very successful relationship right now. I can try, but let's not rely on that.
I think it would be better if we had eyes on the target.
Okay, I guess I'll go then.
Okay.
Should I go as the wind? It'd certainly be a lot less threatening, I suppose. Or do you want me to go invisible?
What do you feel more confident in doing?
I've never been wind before.
Sounds like it might be fun,
Something to be wary of. Do the deep roads typically have wind?
Probably not.
So it may still indicate that something's wrong. We could alert them.
Well, if I stay up
Smart.
higher, how tall is the cavern?
I would say that from the floor down here up to the ceiling, probably about, it's a pretty tall chasm. So I would say if you're 20 feet, if this is 20 feet up here, then I would say another 30 feet above you. So let's say 50 feet. 50 feet from this floor is the ceiling, 30 feet from this floor is the ceiling.
So it's still pretty tall.
It's
so
still
they
pretty
might not
tall.
notice. Yeah, they
But
might
the
not notice.
darkspawn do have excellent sense.
Well, it's just if I go invisible, I still have to walk by the sacks, and they could still explode.
That's true.
And if I'm wind, I can stay up high.
Okay. It's your call, Ken.
It's also
You're
Cedric. He'd have to help. He'd have to use his bracer.
We also need to have a plan in case, for whatever reason, things go sour. You know, like a very loud person falling off a bridge.
We handled that fine.
Yes, yes we did.
Yeah, we probably should.
Well, if I fall, Andrea, you just rain down fire. Boom.
Okay,
I like that plan.
I'll get ready, I guess. Before you go though, are you coming back to tell us, or we get is shit
Yeah,
going
no,
crazy?
I would be coming back.
Okay.
Yes.
Ken and Cedric, roll a magic roll, please.
Cedric just gets forced into these situations.
I asked, Cedric, I asked.
He never agreed. He was just like, oh, God.
Well, I can wait and see if he'll agree. If you don't want to. If you wouldn't do it, I
He'll be
won't do
very
it.
hesitant and very uncomfortable, but he'll do it.
Okay.
And he's not going to be happy about it.
Okay.
Nice roll, Kenna. Nice roll, Cedric.
Ooh.
Perfect. Okay, because of Cedric's roll, you are able to maintain this for 10 minutes, because it's 21 divided by 2 rounded down. So 10 minutes you can phase in and out. Kenna, your entire body turns into air itself. You're essentially in an air elemental-like form. Now, you are still visible, because you look like a bunch of swirling winds, still medium-sized, and the winds are not silent. It's not like thunder and lightning, but
Right.
it's noticeable if you're nearby. And you do have a fly speed of half your normal movement speed.
Okay.
You have 10 minutes. What would you like to do?
I'm going to go as high as I can to the very top and go over to the left and try and see what's over there. So,
You'll fly up to the top and you'll start moving. Kenna, what I'm going to point out to you when you reach the top is that there are masses of stalactites.
oh,
Many masses. I'm putting them on the map right now.
Hmm.
Notice that the stalactites are up in the ceiling, 50 feet up in the air, roughly.
Why, just enough to help splatter some eggs, I
yeah, I was
think.
just thinking the same thing. Okay. I keep going.
Okay, I think I got all of that.
Oh.
You continue to the left here. I will reveal more for you.
Oh no, put that initiative away, Hawk. That's not funny.
There she is.
Get her.
You can probably fly over here without fear of being spotted right away.
Well, that's a thing.
Ooh.
She appears to be speaking with another Hurlock emissary. This Hurlock emissary is dressed a lot more elegantly, I should say, than the other Hurlock emissary. So by comparison, this one looks a lot more official. And the two of them are talking to each other in a language that you don't recognize.
Damn.
Or at least cannot translate.
Okay.
It doesn't look like they've noticed you. Actually, roll a stealth check for me,
Oh,
Kenna, now
darn
that I
it.
think about it.
Okay. Alright. Get out of here, turn order. Oh my gosh.
Dexterity based, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Which
12.
12? Okay. That's alright. I will say that at some point during the conversation, the Hurlock emissary looks up as if thinking something's really odd. He looked into your direction. What do you do when he starts to look towards your direction?
I move back to my group very quietly.
Okay. You can move back to your group, but something spurred him, though.
Yeah.
But you don't think he saw you, but he's probably wondering what that was.
Okay. I will drop my form. Okay, I found her. She's disgusting. There's also another emissary. She was talking to him. I don't know what they were saying, but he was dressed in more like an official outfit. There's also, I don't know if anyone's noticed, the stalactites or mites. I always forget which one.
Stalactites are ceiling, stalagmites are floor.
There's also a lot of stalactites that we could use to take advantage of. But she is over there in like her own little cove.
Alright.
What kind of, like, the cove? How wide is the entrance?
It looks like there's doors right there, right?
Yeah, there are doors.
There's-
You went right through the door. It's open.
There's
That's-
doors that we have to go through, and then it opens up into another place.
If we do decide to do King Kind's strategy, that would be an awesome choke point to have the Legion stand and fend off whatever comes our way.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you guys have any other ideas. They didn't see you, right?
What?
Kenna? They didn't see you?
The emissary, he didn't see me, but he might have been aware of something strange.
While she's saying that, those of you who are watching the area do see another emissary, differently dressed from the original one that you saw. He's sort of looking around, surveying the area, and after a little bit of looking around, he returns back through the doorway again.
Right.
So it's likely that if we are able to take out the mother, all the little kitties are gonna not be too thrilled about that, and will they lose their minds? Will they have to deal with them? So I was thinking, a simple cutting off the head is always ideal. If we are or somehow made our way to that doorway, maybe knocking down some of those stalactites on our way, which would, especially here on the stairs, which might impede anything chasing after us, and then hold fast at the door. We can deal with the mother, and when she's down, hopefully all her little chitlins will be done for. But I'm not sure exactly how these new sorts of things work. A brave new world with talking, thinking darkspawn.
That's a good plan. So are we just trying to race across? Is that
I
it?
feel like that would be a waste of lives. If we are concerned about the mother, if we have this much of a concern about the mother calling for assistance or bringing more aid to her, I don't know.
You think she's got some sort of hidey hole she can slip away in? We don't want her getting out of here.
She wouldn't get very far very fast.
Brood mothers are typically, fat, really, really big, bulky things. So she wouldn't be able to get far. Yes.
And they stink.
Yeah, the brood mother is 4x4 squares, so it's a huge creature.
Yeah.
Kind of like, imagine like a really slow slime trying to hop away.
Reminds me of Helga. Wait. No, I didn't say that. I love it. She's doing.
I might tell her you said that, sir.
I might have to get myself killed here then.
Oh goodness.
Well, let me break it down, since that's one of my new roles, is to kind of take what smart people say and then pretend like I said it. See kind of two clear options in front of me. Us. We can battle our way, killing everything in our way to avoid getting pincered. But there's a chance that those eggs might not pop if we are quiet enough and stealthy enough, or maybe skirt along the wall, something like this. So there's either kill everything on the way, or get as far as we can, leave everything behind us, hold it off while we deal with the mother. Other options?
I would like to be quiet, but speaking from past experience, I don't do quiet.
That was what I was about to say. An intent for stealth is one thing. We don't have the stealthiest warriors in our party, with all due respect.
Yes, I would vote for just going and killing everything that we don't get hit from behind.
Yeah.
That would
Anything that hits us, we hit them.
yes.
We still need to stun the Herlock along the way.
Get some of us in position ahead, they go after him, while the rest clear the path behind them.
How are we going to get these stalactites down?
I look to Theo.
Why?
You could, make them crash. All of them at the same time. You could try anyway.
Yes, I could try. Yeah, the maximum I could do with my current skills in this matter is average, and that's on a good try.
Okay.
I can by all means, I can give it my best shot. I'm willing to. I'm no coward, but I'm just saying perhaps not rely on me with this strategy.
We need something that will explode, Razakale says.
Well, Gorham, I'm sorry, but I had to. Kine produces, he has 2 fire bombs, 2 freeze bombs, 2 shock bombs, 2 acid bombs.
Yeah, he does.
My hero.
Oh, sir. You've been carrying those in your pack the entire time. things that could probably blown all of us to kingdom come by this point.
I like to live dangerously, what can I say?
You know, I could take those and fly above and sort of just drop them wherever we want.
Bombing run. That
They
sounds...
have to make a strong impact, so you'd probably have to shove them in.
You could position them under the stalactites in important areas, and then we could trigger them. I could probably figure out a time delay. Some little thing that might drip in slowly. You could set the charges, as it were.
Oh, this is a sexy plan. I like it.
Kenna, you only have 3 minutes left of your wind ability, by the way.
I've only got a little bit of time, so we need to make up our minds now.
If we decide on these 2 up here, and we scurry underneath them, that'll take care of this whole section here, and buy us plenty of time to deal with that emissary.
Okay.
But it does cut off our escape, and if we're not quick enough, it's spotted.
Who will lead the charge? Gorham asks. We can send the Legion in first if you'd like, my lord, but it is up to you.
Well,
What
these
about
fellas
our warriors?
have some skills, it seems.
We have 2 very capable warriors.
If you're worried about the magic wielding darkspawn, I am a Templar and I have skills, a certain set of skills to deal with magic wielders.
We will find you.
There you are.
Could we get you into position as close as possible so you can rush over and deal with that guy right away?
Yes, I have a certain idea in mind that can get me over there really quickly.
We'll definitely
Will that
need
be
you in the
loud?
front.
Really quickly.
Lightning fast, you might say.
Yeah.
Alright, well, time's
It's
ticking.
also very loud.
That's what my
Razakale
concern
says.
was. Once you're there, there's no stealth.
Okay.
It's never my thing.
Kenna's time's running out, guys. We need to
Yeah.
instigate this now.
She has 2 minutes left, I'll say.
Okay. So maybe drop Cedric somewhere there. Where do you want me to drop my fire?
While we're having
Oh.
this discussion, is it possible for Kenna to go? Because I'm just really conscious that she's got.
She can, if that's what you want her to do.
I'm just putting the bombs up there, right, you guys?
Yep.
Okay.
I think that's a good idea.
I can do that while you guys strategize.
Okay.
Right.
What are you So what is Kine handing to Kenna, and the amount that you're handing her?
2 fire bombs
Okay.
that
2 firebombs.
will be tweaked to either be easy to like throw something at to pop them, or go off in 3 minutes, or some
Right.
way so they can blow up, not in her hand.
I would think that Kine can do a timer if you'd like, or if you want something that you just have to fire an arrow at, you may. Of course, the arrow has to be accurate, obviously. So, your choice, your call. Andrew?
Let's do the
How you want it?
timer, and that'll
Okay.
force us into action one way or another.
Okay. Kenna,
Yes.
go ahead and take the bombs. If you're trying to wedge them into the stalactites, please make a dexterity check.
Sure.
And anything that you think is applicable to
I
something
have
like this.
something
Traps?
in traps. I do have traps.
Yes,
Okay.
traps, definitely.
15.
Oh, nice. Please make another one for the second stalactite, please.
20.
Beautiful. Yes. Within the first minute, you will easily, almost like, clicking Velcro together, you'll be able to easily stash the bombs into, this one, right? I'm sorry, this stalactite over here is what you're trying to do it on, as well as that one? Yes,
Yeah.
all right. And you will be
To the
back
closest
with 30 seconds to spare.
Whew. Alright, I'll drop my form. It's done.
Okay.
And I'll point it out to, oh, it's the timer. Never mind.
Yes, it'll go off in 2 minutes.
Okay, 2 minutes, you guys.
Okay, I'd like to cast flaming weapons on the party.
You may. Go ahead and roll whatever it is you need to roll to see if it succeeds.
It does. So all allies within 10 yards of me have plus 1d6 to their weapons.
Nice.
Keep that in mind.
Okay, and then before we jump in, since we're kind of preparing for battle, if I do something that's supposed to last the entire encounter, will this count, or do you want me to wait until we actually are technically in the battle?
You can tell me that you'll cast it just before the charge, if that's how you want to do it.
That'll work, just because I'm gonna want to do both a major action and a minor action, and
Sure.
at least one of those things is going to be encounter-wide.
That's fine.
All right, and yeah, basically, before, like, once the battle looks like it's really gonna start, Halaser will take a moment, and she will look upon human and dwarf and well, everyone before her, and will you allow me to say a quick blessing?
Okay.
I have no qualms.
She's taking a moment to look specifically at the king, because she knows that her group's good with it.
Right. Orzamar's religion is a little bit different from the Chantry.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little.
Yeah.
Every
With your
little bit
leave.
helps.
Every little bit helps, he says.
My friends, you who stand before the gates, you who have followed me into this heart of evil, the fear of death may be in your eyes, its hand is upon your throat. Raise your voices to the heavens. Remember, not alone do we stand on the field of battle. The Maker's with us. His light shall be our banner, and we shall bear it through the gates of this city and deliver it to our brothers and sisters awaiting their freedom within these walls. At last, the light will shine upon all of creation if only we are strong enough to carry it. Out of character, what this means is I'm using my minor action to activate to enter rally. So any allies who are within 8 yards of me is going to get an automatic +1 defense and +1 on morale test, so long as I keep that up. And it can be ended, but unless something weird happens, I don't intend to.
So this is an aura?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's within 8 yards or 5 yards, feet.
Roughly 3 squares, then, it sounds like.
Yeah. And then the other thing, that my major for that, and truly the reason I did that blessing, that's going to be my command ability, and that's going to be a +1 bonus to willpower courage for all allies until the end of the encounter.
Nice.